And just to wrap up, all kinds of playoff scenarios. I don't need a prediction from you, Jon Jay or D, but matchup wise, Packers, Lions, Giants, Seahawks, all these teams in the running for that final playoff spot. Who would you want the 49ers most to see in that first round? Say we take the 2 seed, we have to face one of these teams. I'm going to start with D. Which one would you rather face? And maybe who would you not like? Who would you want to completely avoid?
Uh, I know it's tough to say like I would want to avoid like the Packers because we have beat the Packers multiple times in the playoffs and looked really good against them. But like a hot Aaron Rodgers playing like this, I know their defense isn't as good, but Jair Alexander did just shut down Justin Jefferson. So there's something to say about that. Their pass rush is, getting better as the season goes. So I'm thinking maybe the Packers to avoid just because they're hot. But who I would like to see like as a different matchup, I would like to see the Dan Campbell Lions. Like that would be fun. That'd be a fun game to go against. Someone who they're familiar with in Jared Goff. The offense is pretty potent. The defense, they have a little baby Bosa Jr. if you want to consider Aiden Hutchinson that, but I think that would be a fun playoff game. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I want to see the Lions make the playoffs, but I don't want to see the Niners like beat the shit out of them. So I'm kind of torn on that. Jon Jay, what are you feeling about these potential matchups?
Yeah, so looking at the current standing, basically 6 teams have clinched the playoffs in the NFC. We have 3 spots for 1 spot. So we got the Seattle Seahawks. Currently, they have to win out depending on what happens in the Lions and Packers. Packers have the number 1 odds, even if the Seahawks win for whatever the reason, due to all the tiebreakers. I'm going to say the team I want to avoid, and this is really called the rule of 3. What is the rule of 3? You can never, ever sweep a team 3 times. Doesn't matter if you're the home team or your away team. What happened last year? We swept the Rams, and we lost to the Rams in the most important game of the season. Of course, I am still a little bit, heartbroken about that victory. But
Yeah.
And then you go back just to the season before that. Tampa Bay lost twice to the Saints. Saints hosted them. Tampa Bay won. Just recent years, that rule of 3 really, really, really is true. So I want to avoid the Seattle Seahawks because we beat them twice. I really want to see the Detroit Lions in the playoffs because I have got to know so many Lions fans, especially one famous Lion fan who I will not say his name, but this guy last year was talking all the smack about how his Lions are so good. They're going to win a Super Bowl. I want to see the Lions because I want all these Lions fans to come back out there and have their 1 week of, fun moment because that's what I want to see. No disrespect. I know I'm not a negative person, but I like to see the visiting teams, try to say, we're going to upset you. I want to see that. And then the second team that I want to play is basically the Packers, but overall, in order, the Lions, Packers, and the Seahawks in that order.
Definitely. I would love to see Detroit as a playoff team. Dan Campbell really, I was wrong about him this beginning of the season. He's really pulled it together. They're looking good. Me personally, I would love to see the Giants in the first round and just, really go to town on Daniel Jones there with Nick Bosa. And I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to play him. I just sent you a highlight video, D. I don't know if you saw my text. I don't want that Aaron Rodgers anywhere near us.